Audio Jungle.
As you all know, it's out here at the newsstands, and it's our own responsibility to give you a clue of what's going on at the newsstands and in Nigeria at large. Yeah, of course, you know, if it is news, it is new to us. I'm Michael Adekunle, and you are watching Bystanders at Newsstands. On today's review, I have here with me the Punch newspaper, which reads, ASUU strike will affect preparations for 2019 polls, says INEC. INEC is saying something here. ASUU strike will affect preparations for 2019 polls, with a very good rider here. Direct your plea to government, Union tells Commission. Direct your plea to government, Union tells Commission. Federal government, APC not ready for elections, says PDP. Federal government, APC not ready for elections, says PDP. We are close to reaching agreement with ASUU. Here we still have a picture of commercial activities at Idumota, Lagos on Thursday. You can take a look at the picture very well. Here again I have reps disagree over Bade's arms fund diversion trial. 70-year-old goes missing on resumption day adversity. 70-year-old goes missing on resumption day adversity. These are the stories we have on the Punch newspaper today. We have our reviewers at the newsstand. Let's meet them.
Actually, I agree with INEC because most of these professors are the ones that will be the returning officers, and they will also put in one ideas or more into these coming elections. So by the time they are still struggling on the arrangement with the federal government, I knew definitely it will affect the poll of the 2019. And if the federal government is not serious about engaging them in a proper way, that it will commit them to the education standard that ASUU is requesting for, I believe it will definitely affect the 2019 election.
What's happening between the federal government and ASUU? Quite all right, ASUU has been on strike for a very long time now, like for some months now. Is there any kind of thing the ASUU needs from government that government is not giving it?
You see, ASUU's demands has been concurrent. It's been on since the Obasanjo, even before Obasanjo government, heritage till Jonathan regime. But what is paramount there is the government commitment to the demand. You see, the ASUU major demands, when we see their request, you see that based on standard of the education in Nigeria, especially university, they are requesting for the standard facilities, a lot of the budget. The amount of budget being allocated to education is not up to the UN standard. In the UN standard, said 25% of budget should be allocated should allot to education. Why the present government less than 10% was given to the education. So this is affecting the education standard in Nigeria. You see that the university of today, when you get to any university, federal university in Nigeria, their facilities is obsolete. Yes, it's obsolete, and they need a latest technology devices. Even the lecturer supposed to be training upon training in order to abuse their techniques. So a lot of things is happening which is affecting the educational standard and which we need to work up to. That is what the ASUU demand is almost 80% about the standard of the education in Nigeria, especially in the university sector. So the ASUU demand must be given adequate attention if we are talking about free and fair election come 2019.
I don't really think so, because a lot of students have already know their mind. Then they have already know who they are voting for. Their parents too, they know who they are voting for. Even with the ASUU strike or not, they've already made up their mind the candidate they are voting for. That's my own point of view.
You know, ASUU strike has been going on for some months now. Now, 2019 election is coming. What is your own view on this?
Well, my own point of view, I don't believe or what have you made people think in the fact that election is coming. But nevertheless, I always say to ASUU to keep calm with the federal government, simply because a room is not built in a day, but it's a gradual process. It's a good thing. They are having a strike for their own personal, labor for their country. It's a good thing. But more especially, there was a program I had at TVC or MITV precisely. I had watched it about 2 or 3 months ago. That when the woman was interviewing them, the professor was there. I think it was around Bayelsa or one of the south side or southeast. So they were having the student side and the ASUU people side. They were talking about, okay, what ASUU contributed when it comes to the areas of their salary, they will come out for strike. But they've now come for a strike whereby they need to change the curriculum, the pattern of the structure of the educational system in Nigeria. They have not, even though they have been doing that, it has not been something that has to be much more, but it is their salary they are making challenges. Even to the awareness of the student, they are not concerned. And that's one of the things I want to advise the ASUU leaders and their co-members to do more on that. They should, at least if it's 2 years, they should come on board and fight for it, stand for it. And now we say that, okay, it is the Northern that owns the country. And we usually tell people, after God that owns this country, it is the Northerners, simply because they stand for themselves. They are unified. You can look, you can see it. Look at it, what you are talking about. ASUU strike will affect preparation for 20. Fine, it will affect. Simply because the government is not doing enough. But there must be a check and balances. There must be a check and balance. If there is no check and balance, there will be what? There will be dissolution. There will be fresh right. There will be challenges. So the reason why I always say that federal government should, and to give them their aid, their support, and listen to their plight, so that there will be something like unity in the. And the likewise, I want to challenge the ASUU to do more do more strike on that was the structure of education in this country. There's what they call national curriculum. Every country has a national curriculum. In Nigeria, we don't have it. There's a curriculum I designed. I said, okay, Northern national curriculum and Southern national curriculum. It's a structure. It's been done in every advanced country. Even look at Rwanda. Where is Rwanda today? Today is now become the biggest, better economy. And yet they are not more that much populated than we. Fine. According to UN rules and law statistics, it's a nation that is going to about 200 million or beyond. We are about 1 something million. But population is 200 million. But if you now get to 2 million, how do you want to control? Look at China. China is about 1 billion. The economy is stand. If the economy of a nation is stand, we will not be talking about poverty. No, there will be poverty, but not are that much more the way it should be. But when the economy is not balanced, is not stand, how do you want the people to be well agile, not to be lazy? Let me tell you, Buhari or no Buhari, anybody that is coming to consider, to be considered that okay, what are the first basic things that the citizens need? They needed the security, they needed the food, they needed health, and they need education. Remember, education is a bedrock. Another fundamental, not only may not design water. It's not that they cannot answer, they can. But they don't want to be cheated. They want their own people to be able to feel there are most schools here in the southern here. Fine. I can tell you categorically, I do go to all these Muslim meetings. Yes. One is coming on a Sunday, 11 p.m. to the next following morning. Because they know in and out. When I get information, some information that even we that will come there, we don't know.
Get it.
I get. We don't value ourselves as individuals. As if we see ourselves, I said something here. I said, if we have someone like Obasanjo, two of them in Obasanjo in the southwest, in the south, in the southeast, we will be able to defeat the northerners. I said something. God forbid, Obasanjo will not die. God forbid, if Obasanjo die, the southwest will not have a taste of power anymore. It's not a cause, not a prayer. We don't value ourselves. When something is black, we will call it white. That's why I said, ASUU and the federal government to give them the attention so that they will not say that it will not affect their life. It is part of it. A lot of challenges coming. Look at the environment. Look to Tata.
See, actually, if I am to say, may God help us in this country. This strike, you look as if the government, they are not doing it, or they don't feel even concerned about what is happening in Nigeria. ASUU is in strike, and they are talking about election. To tell you the truth, when Awolowo was alive, he was saying, Awolowo, Jakonde, all of them they were preaching about education, free education. Bros, I must tell the Nigerians that our government today, they never appreciate, or they don't talk about free education. The reason is this, very simple. The reason is because their own children are not in Nigeria. They are outside the country studying, and that is just the reason why they don't care whether our children are going to school or not. They don't care. So you see this strike of a thing. The government they don't care. They felt less concerned about whether they are going to school or not. They don't care. So they are talking about election. Who is going to elect them? Are we not the one going to elect them in? But they don't care about us. So for me, Nigerian government today don't know anything about education. They are not ready to help us. They don't care whether our children are going to school, because their own children are abroad. They are studying. That is the reason. So they don't free education. Forget about free education in Nigeria, because nobody thinks about your child going to school. Nobody thinks about it. So they should just forget about it, Jare.
Now on the rider here, we are close to reaching agreement with ASUU. Okay. The federal government is saying this.
All right.
That they are close to reaching agreement with ASUU.
Okay. See, this is not the first time we'll be hearing stories like that. Today we hear today, tomorrow another thing will happen. So we need to wake up from our slumber. Tomorrow, the same person, okay, take for instance, they say, what they call them, this our normal Labour Congress or something like that. Our Labour Congress is dead, as far as I, Kehinde, am concerned. The reason is this. When Oshomole was alive, when he was the chairman, we saw how Oshomole, how he fights to make sure that, in fact, he worked very, very well. But today, once they give them the money, they act funny. So forget it. All of them, they are in the same. We are just making noise here. They will go behind, drink. They will drink their tea, enjoying themselves. They call us fools. But you can continue fooling the country. But one day, the people, their mandate will speak for them.
It's been a wonderful experience at the newsstands today. I'm Michael Adekunle reporting from the newsstands.